Music producer and reggae artist Pepsin has teamed up with South Africa's hip-hop queen. Well, she's more of a dance hall and fusion queen. And they've come together to do some really fantastic work in community building and cultural advocacy. And they've got a program called the Black Child Salute Initiative. And through this initiative, these dynamic musicians not only nurture and uplift emerging black talent in the music industry, but they also have campaigns where they go out and they do fantastic things and give blankets to old ladies, feeding the homeless and helping young boys and girls who are hooked on nyaope. Let's speak now to musicians and philanthropists, Pepsin and Dezry Kay. Welcome to Newzroom Afrika, and thank you both so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're both highly established in your respective careers. You are now going on, or just the past 2 decades in the reggae industry, over a decade as a raga hall, dance hall queen. So tell me a little bit about yourselves. I'll start with you, ladies first.
Yes, I'm actually known for the limp hop, which is Limpopo hip hop. I have queened in that industry for a couple of years, and I've traveled overseas to try fuse my craft in East Africa. That's when the dancehall fusion came through, because hip-hop didn't work much where I was. So the crowd really wanted dance, and I created some dance moves. And when I came back home to South Africa, I figured I need to continue producing this album because I only had 2 songs. And the best person to work with is Ragamuff and Pepsin.
And how did the 2 of you meet?
We actually met many years ago, before I even thought I could create dancehall fusion. About 15 years,
Yes.
Around
So, Pepsin, tell me more about your journey as a raga artist in South Africa.
Hey, my journey is quite long and interesting. I mean, but ever since I was young, you know, at school, I've always been in reggae music, influenced and, you know, inspired by my uncle, who used to listen to a lot of reggae music, and you know, so that's where I got my inspiration from, and you know, influenced back in Kimberley when I was still very, very young at school. And you know, I've done competitions, I've done beauty contests, I've done, you know, a lot of things. I've been in groups, you know, the local community groups where, you know, you'd have this one group that would be doing hip hop, R&B, and dancehall. So I've always been known as that one guy in the hood that would be doing reggae music within a space of hip-hop or R&B. So, yeah, I was always that person, but now...
And no wonder you had to go on to establish your own... you're the founder of the Caribbean Party Reggae Festival that's been running for more than 10 years. Tell me a bit more about that.
Yeah, Caribbean, it started off as my birthday. And, you know, my wife was just, you know, simply doing a birthday party for me. And she remembered that I love reggae music and I love the Caribbean. And, you know, since I've traveled, you know, Jamaica, the Miami, where, you know, she knew and she could see my joy. She started doing that for me. And then ever since then, it then started being an annual party, and it became as big as it is now. It's over 10 years now.
And it's contributed so much into the reggae industry.
I've really contributed a lot into the music industry in South Africa. You know, we've developed artists, we've created brands that are now some are South African Music Awards nominees, and others are winners. And the record label itself, Maximum Styles Record, it's also, you know, a nominee for Best Reggae Artist. You know, we've done so quite a lot for the industry.
That's incredible. And Queen, I mean, Dezry, you're both not just musicians, but you're philanthropists as well. Tell me more about the Black Child Salute Initiative.
I think this is an initiative that comes from the backgrounds that we were raised in. Pepsin and I have one thing in common. We were raised in communities with quite phenomenal characteristics, and they embodied so much of noble humanity aspects in them, so that when we develop as artists and we're making it in the world, and we thought, you know what, we always have to embody what we were taught, how we were raised, and that is to look and serve the fellow man. I've started off as a Love to Live ambassador, where I was working in schools, empowering young children, teaching them about humanity, how to look after your environments, and just making sure that as a citizen you are equally responsible to developing your country as much as the government is. You can't sit back and wait for that. You have to show your love, your humanity, your kindness. And Pepsin have been doing her part in different sectors as well. So we've come together to actually do it together as a duo, because we figured we work so much together, and why should we not collaborate in an initiative such as this?
That's incredible. So what is next for you, both as musicians and as philanthropists, and where and how can people who want to be involved with the work that you do get a hold of you?
I mean, as a musician, as contributing, you know, a partner within this initiative, you know, we spoke about this brand should not be ending only with being musicians, but to also give back, you know, to the community. And the community that we love, that we are aligned with, is music, is the arts, is you know, it's all elderly people. It's, you know, that's where our passion is. So we are still going to be giving more blankets out to the grannies. So we call that blankets for grannies. We are still going to be giving out food to feed the nyaope people, the homeless people, and to understand what is it that they are going through. You know, we are still going to grow and develop artists, you know, within the space of arts, you know, to give them albums, to encourage them to say, you are not just a talented young person in the township or in the village, but you can actually be coming out of there and, you know, be out to the world, you know. So that's what
Where do people get a hold of you?
We're both on social media, but we do have our website, which is Pepsin and Dezry Kay. There you'll be led to all our social media platforms.
Fantastic. We're going to have to leave it right there. But thank you both for all the incredible work that you do on the ground, and I wish you all the best with all your initiatives.
Thank you so
very
much,
much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
All right.